Well, guys, we have a lot to talk about. Welcome, fellow your pothead, Joe Pop Putty Man here, and today we're going to be talking about Wandavision, Episode 9, the finale. Now, first and foremost, I want to advise you guys, if you haven't seen the episode, go watch it now. Also, I want to advise, if you did not, because I did this the last two episodes, we're going to get into it right now. There are two end credit scenes. One mid-credit scene, and then one right at the end of the credits, alright? And we're going to be actually delving more into those than anything else. So I want to go ahead and go into a couple parts, and then we'll get into those scenes. So let's get started. Okay, so for the first Easter egg, I just want to talk about basically what I've been referring to as the Scarlet Witch, which is the outfit that you see here. We do finally get the full-blown Scarlet Witch outfit that referred to the comic books. Now, of course, it's not as sexualized as you can call it, but this is the mutant Scarlet Witch that we're used to. Now, the thing I want to refer to is that I was honestly hoping that we get reveal of a bigger baddie than before, and Paul Bettany said in interviews that there was going to be a big reveal of a big celebrity that he's already wanted to work with, but I didn't see that. Where is this character? Oh, I bet you it's the Paul Bettany himself. He works with himself. That's what it is. Anyway, my point to the whole thing is the big reveal is actually at the end credits, and more than anything else. So we do see that the children are gone, and everything else, but I am going to actually refer to that right now, actually. Okay, so when it comes to Wiccan and Speed, the story in the comic book makes it more like kind of what's happening here. In the comic book, both Wiccan and Speed, aka Tommy and William, or Tommy and Billy, aka Thomas and William, both are created by Mephisto, or a piece of Mephisto. In this, it's made by Wanda Maximoff. Well, that actually goes into one other thing that I think is going to happen in this. Once they are gone in the comic book and she grieves over them, something else happens. They end up being born as separate kids. One as William Kaplan and another as Thomas Shepard, aka they have different parents. And they end up being born as mutants. Now, this goes back to the ending of the episode. So again, if you haven't watched the end credits or credits, go watch it, come back to my review. Let me tell you why. As you see at the ending, you see the Scarlet Witch is using the book, but then you see there's Wanda Maximoff. That's separate. I'm trying to go through my memory if there's any separation of her body in any way. But I think that she's trying to bring back the kids because you hear the kids in here are still alive within the book within her powers. There's something off about what they're doing here that I'm not familiar with. Alternate realities is what I'm thinking of. That we have Wanda Maximoff and we have the Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is mutant, Wanda Maximoff thing. This could be the split that I was talking about where she said no more mutants in the beginning. But it's a little bit confusing because of what else is happening. Now, this might be separate because of the comic books, but I want to get into one other thing. What I referred to is the image you see below. There's a series of comic books that I have not read, and upon doing some research, I found out that these comic books actually were not being released until recently after the season finale of WandaVision. And in these comic books, you see that she's using the Darkhold book in the comic book. This is something I'm not familiar with. If you are familiar with maybe there being a past comic book that has to do with her altering that. But what makes it more interesting is several things that happen that make me think something else is going to happen. First and foremost, this is leading into most definitely Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But this also might be leading into the Fantastic Four. If you're not noticing, look at the picture below now. You'll see it says Darkhold and it shows a picture of Doom doing the same thing that Wanda's doing. Alright? Well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Doom is connected to Fantastic Four. And Fantastic Four is also connected to the Skrulls. Here we see another image with the Doom, and this has to do with the comic books and they're referring to. There's a whole article about it that I'm actually going to put a link in the description below for you to go check it out. But here's the reason why I bring this up. So if we go back to the mid-credit scene, we see that there's a Skrull talking to talking to Photon, aka Monica Rambeau. Here's the thing, and this is why I bring this up. In the comic books, Photon becomes Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is connected to the Skrulls, but there's one other thing that's connected to the Skrulls. And if you're not aware of who it is Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four. And in the comic book, and I'm so excited about this, now that they got Fantastic Four, I think we're hinting to it right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think the story we're going to get for the Fantastic Four is not just going to be Doctor Doom. I think Doctor Doom is going to be associated with it. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get Super Skrull. If you look below, Super Skrull is a Skrull that has the power of all 4 Fantastic Four characters. And this is actually how I think they're linking everything. With the Darkhold having a story that connects Doctor Doom and the Darkhold, that connects Scarlet Witch to the Multiverse of Madness. If you're not familiar, they're going to be doing a multiverse version of Spider-Man as well, that's going to be connected to the MCU, that's coming out at the end of this year. So what I think is and we already have the hints as well, guys. If you remember, in Spider-Man Far From Home, we find out that Nick Fury is a Skrull. All right? He's not actually a Skrull, but there's a Skrull acting as him. And if you look later down in the movie, they end up communicating with Nick Fury right here. What people don't get, the location he is at is a S.W.O.R.D space station. Again, connecting S.W.O.R.D with WandaVision, we are coming full circle. I think that we are going to have the Super Skrulls connecting to Fantastic Four, which also connects the multiverse, which brings in all that world, and also has the WandaVision. I know this is complicated, guys. As a comic book geek, it's always been one of those things where Marvel is always complicated. And I feel like, honestly, this episode of WandaVision was good for a comic book geek like myself, but it also begs to differ on the situation of how they're heading into things, because it's still confusing for you. I feel like the not leading another creature or monster into the next movie is a little bit confusing. So here's the thing. I want to know what you guys think. Comment below. Tell me what you guys think. I wish I could say there's more, but I feel like this is a huge Easter egg to go through. So, again, this right here with the Skrulls now connects Spider-Man even more because of the ending from Far From Home. And now we have the new Spider-Man movie coming out at the end of this year. Again, I wanted to know what you guys think. Tell me in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed my little Easter egg thing. What do I think of the episode as far as my review? I liked it, but I felt like it was a little bit under exciting, I guess you could say. But at the same time, as a comic book geek, it really got me excited. It's hard to explain. But anyway, I want to appreciate you all watching. Again, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button. As always, I am Putty Man with Gamer Potheads. And do not forget, Robot Die Score. Peace out, and I'll see you guys... Oh, actually, I'll see you guys for Falcon and Winter Soldier. And that's going to be on the date of the 19th of this month, guys. So be ready for that first episode on the 19th. But as always, I'm Putty Man, Gamer Potheads. Peace out. Talk to y'all later.